Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the ShePub Network, where we talk books, authors, and publishers. Thank you for coming on over to this new channel. I am Shenitha, Finesse, CEO and founder of She Publishing LLC, and today we have a treat for you. By the way, it is my birthday, so in the chats, I want to hear happy birthday, happy birthday. Okay, so we're about to get started. We have some of the leading ladies of 2022, She Publishing LLC. And who do we have on this roster? I'll tell you. We have Latosha Denise, author of Unveil. We have Shartia Love Jones, author of three books that's coming soon to you. Daddy's Girl, which is a republish. Prayers for Your Child from Head to Toe, and Understanding the G.A.M.E. Yes, Understanding the Game. We also have with us today Lesa Butler, author of Phoenix Transforming. And then we also have, last but certainly not least, my co-host, Bertina Power, author of The Power of You. Now, if you just getting on, I'm finna drop this introduction just one more time so you can see all these lovely ladies. Welcome.
We got it right this time. We got it right. We love technology, and then that's right then and there gives us a problem. But happy birthday to the CEO, Miss Shenitha, She Publishing LLC. Yay! Congratulations! Not only did just about a month or so ago you celebrated 2 years in business, which basically means you are a pandemic baby.
Yes.
That is just awesome. Yeah, you like produced and grown and everything all in the pandemic. So, all those people that thought nothing could happen, there's always something that can happen, even in disasters. So we have some other fabulous ladies on the call. I want to thank Miss Shenitha for just everything. I can't even begin for that. Everything that I need to thank her, but for tonight, allowing me to let her sit back and just enjoy the love and then share with everybody how these ladies, including myself, have joined her publishing company, what we've been able to accomplish in this time frame, and how those that are out there wanting to be authors, write books, or what have you, how they can learn about some of that this evening. So I happen to know everybody on the screen personally from some other areas. Real quick, Lesa Butler, the ghostwriter and writer of information. Yes. Some other areas. She and I go back as far as Beasley, which is
way back.
So that's way back. Miss Latosha, aka Latosha Denise, Latosha Barnes, aka Latosha Denise, was on a radio show of mine that I used to do live on Facebook, if you remember and look back. And we did that discussing domestic violence. She was sharing her story, and she's also written a book, Unveil, which I believe gives a lot of detail into that journey. I don't like to say struggle, but into that journey. And then from there, where she went to Patricia's place. a non-for-profit. We're going to hear all about that. And then coming in, and one of my newest but dearest good friends is Miss Shartia Love Jones, author of 3 books. Yes, starting with Daddy's Girl as this reprinting of 2 new shows coming along. And she came into a real estate class that I was training, and then voila. So we are all here, one big happy family. This is the She family. Say hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello, audience. Always last.
I know, right?
Hola.
Hi to everybody. Hi to the audience that's out here. Thanks for joining us. Miss Shenitha, you want to have the audience give you what, city and state where they might be joining us from?
Yes, yes, absolutely. So the first person who puts their city and state where they from, they name, city and state where they from, they will receive a copy of your book, Bertina Fowler, The Power of You. So again, I'm gonna say this again. The person who puts their name and where they from in the chat first, you will receive a copy of The Power of You. It is a power-packed book. I'm telling you from beginning to end. So I'm going to say it one more time because I know somebody just popped on. Put your name and where you're from in the chat, and you will receive, the first person will receive The Power of You.
All right. So
No one is you, and that is your power.
Yes. So you'll be able to tell later who is that first person, and then we'll go from there. And we'll have to make sure we can reach out to them and get them a copy of the book. So after they put that city and state, they might have to inbox somebody and get us their full address, right?
Yes, they will be inboxing me. I will reach out to them, and then they will inbox us.
Okay. All right. So since we had technical difficulties, let's just jump right in if we can, Ms. CEO, and start with a few questions. I know I had one question I wanted to ask, and then anybody who wants to share as a part of that can share. Shenitha, you started, as I started when I said this earlier, you started an entire publishing company in the midst of the pandemic. So within 2 years, you've grown this far. You have almost 40 authors, if I'm not mistaken, on your roster. Men, women, children's, all kinds of subject matters. What are some of the major projects that she has launched in the course of these 2 years?
You know what? That's a great question. All right, and I get to it. One of the projects that we've recently launched, we launched it March 5th, 2022, is the Little She Project. That project is made up of children, elementary authors is what I like to call them. That project is...
I apologize. I'm making sure we're on live. That's me.
But yeah, so that project is made up of children, elementary authors. That's what we're wanting to create. And our ultimate goal is to raise funds for schools all around the world. So my daughter, she published her first book. And when she has a book signing at our school, we intend to give half of those proceeds to the school. And that's the whole part of being a part of the Little She Project. Any child, any parent who wants their child to be a part of the Little She Project, that's what it's all about, giving back and then creating elementary authors.
And so those authors are both young boys and young girls, correct?
Absolutely.
It's called Little She, but that is for both boys and girls.
Yes, and the logo for that is a S with a symbol in between and with a face and then a H.E, just to represent the girl and the little boy. And then the second project that I will say is the She Luxury Project. And that project was inspired by your very own Bertina Power. And next week, May 31st, we will be interviewing some of the people who we will be collaborating with to bring more more for our authors, because after the book is published, that's when the real work happens for the author.
Yeah. And probably some customability, right? So that everyone's book, their box, their packaging, their logos, everything that they're doing, is just brought up to another level if they want, right? Like everybody doesn't
absolutely
that having that luxury line, which gives it what we call a white glove experience, something that you can take and have a little bit more being offered. So that is awesome. Does anybody else have any questions for Miss Shenitha at this time?
So Latosha, do we ask the questions or is this for the audience?
You can. Yeah, this is for all of us.
Okay. And so I have a question. And I was wondering, so you are, and I'm very inspired. Shenitha, I'm going to say friend because that's what we call each other. I'm very inspired. And you are an African American, literally an entrepreneur, Black-owned publishing company. And so, which not necessarily I was looking for one, but I'm so glad that our paths crossed. And so my question is, how or what brought you to wanting to go into the publishing business?
Okay. You know what? It was the pandemic is what. So you couldn't have told me a year from now, 10 years from now that I would be a publisher. That is not something I wanted to do at all. I have always worked in the legal field, the federal judiciary. I've been working in the field of law for over 21 years. And the pandemic happened, and I just wanted to share with my children the my story of how I met their dad and how everything happened. So I said, you know what, I'm about to write this book. I don't know what this world is about to be. Wrote a book, woke up one morning and said, you know what, I'm going to publish this book. Went right on the Indiana website because She Publishing LLC is based out of the state of Indiana. And I just went there, created the publishing company, called my mother and said, you know what? I don't know what I just did, but it's about to be some on-the-job training going on up in here. And that's exactly what I did. I did what we all do when we go into the corporate field, when we go to wherever it is you're working, whether you're a corporatepreneur or not. We go into these jobs, we don't have any training, we get that training, and that's exactly what I've done. And I broke all the rules, and the goal is to be the Apple in publishing.
Oh, wow. Well, Miss Shenitha, you know what you did was you took what was you, what was in you, right? And as we've always said, we think difficulties come to us to destroy us. I know the Power of You book comes here to tell you they're not. They're here to help you find your hidden potential and your power. So you wrote your book, then you decided to do a publishing company. How did you amass and build this community of authors in such a short amount of time?
Ah, man. It was word of mouth because I say I'm not a marketer, but people say you are some kind of marketer. So my best friend allowed me the opportunity to publish her book. We were on the phone one day and I said, you know, I just published a book. And she said, what you mean you published a book? And her name is Sharika Leonard. And the name of her book is Boss Rules. She was in the process of writing a book as well. She allowed me to publish her book. And from there, it has been word of mouth, I tell you. People who I've worked with, they found out I've wrote a book. I actually met Latosha through one of my peers at the court, and she introduced me to Latosha, which, by the way, I want to know from all of y'all how we met. But it's literally been word of mouth. And when I'm building upon credibility. I didn't want to really market myself until I had an opportunity to build, but it's literally been word of mouth. And I'll just say, God, I gotta give that glory to God for real. Because I truly have no idea how I've published so many books in just a 2-year period. I'm telling you.
Shenitha, you know what? Lesa and I always talk about this, and that is that if you look backwards, you could see something about what your passion was or what you were always drawn to. So if you took a quick second, was there, there had to be something drawn to you about writing or even maybe reading or, as you say, marketing others, really just being such a giving person that you are, that you continue to give for others. Is there something along those lines? I mean, you said you were working in federal court, so were you working on behalf of others? Because in essence, that's what a publisher is. You're working on behalf of others.
I love serving others and delivering a great experience. And so I've given that customer service to everyone who's, you come into the federal courts about something that's not good. Okay. And I'm going to give them a great experience. That's my goal. I, running the operations of the court, wanting all of the staff to even give employees that customer service, so that, man, I may have come here for a bad situation, but man, these people, they are awesome.
They're making me
So
feel good. Yeah.
I really like that. And you know what? It's another thing. My grandmother, it's a culmination of things. But my grandmother, she was literally laying in a rehabilitation center, and I wanted to know her story. And I said, Grandma, I want you to tell me about your life. And then she was about to tell me, and I said, you know what? Wait till you come out. Because for whatever reason, I thought if I got that story, she would pass away. And she, in fact, did pass away. Never received the story. So just having a publishing company now and giving others the platform to share their story, it just means the world to me. And that's why we have a Janice Anderson Author Award, in honor of her.
Gotcha. So you did want to know how you met us all. So I talked about how I met them all, but maybe everyone can share. Shartia, how did you come to meet Miss Shenitha? Yeah, unlike.
Oh, wow. So we met, of course, through a mutual friend, because it's word of mouth, as you stated. First of all, honey, I have to say happy birthday, Queen. Okay, let's start there. Okay, let's start with happy birthday to you, my sister friend, of whom I truly have grown to love and adore and appreciate and admire on the utmost levels. And I am just so grateful that our paths did cross. So the story about how our paths crossed is I was hired by one of her sister friends to coordinate, speak at, and have my dance fitness class. Yes, all of those wrapped up in one. And we were at an event and we met, and I heard that she was a publisher and I'd already had a book out. And I didn't necessarily love my publishing experience, should I say. It was very hands off. It was very impersonal. It was just, it wasn't what Shenitha has. It wasn't the accountability. It wasn't the care. It was missing the love. It was missing the prayer. So yes, I was able to get a book out, and I'm very, very proud of that book that I put out in 2017. But I'm even more proud to say that the next edition is coming out with SHE Publishing very, very soon. And I just truly adore everything about the energy that she represents for her company. She means everything that she says. So many times in this world, we experience people saying things and not following up, or a lot of verbiage without a lot of action.
Yeah.
And when I tell you that everything about her and her mother, her entire family, you can see how the connection is made between all of them and the love that they have. So I know that when I saw her and when I met her, I instantly felt like I've got to do a lot with this lady. Like, I've got to do a lot with this queen. She's amazing. And I was
Interesting you
so
said that, Shartia.
grateful.
Yeah, because you've had a book, So you had a book with another publisher, and that was one of my questions for her. Was that if you had a book, because people always say, "Well, I already have a book. I self-published. Can I bring it to She Publishing?" And the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. So yes. So what we're doing with mine, oh my gosh, I love it. Like every time she sends me like cover options and choices, like my eyes light up and tears come to my eyes. And I need those moments. I'm grateful for what I do, but I am also a dean. Okay. Let's just a dean at a school, and so my days are busy. I love my job. I love my career path, because I'm blessed to be able to not only love my entrepreneurial journey, but I love my career path because I know what's needed, and I want to pour into our communities and our scholars and our families and our our staff members. But we decided to revamp the cover, and I changed some things and I made some updates. And for sure, I definitely changed some of those dedications, okay? Because some of those people are no longer in my life. Removal and replace, okay?
Rehabbing the book, right? The book is getting
the upgrade version. Yes, ma'am. And I think that what was going on with my book, and if I could just throw a tidbit of information in here, is that I appreciate She Publishing forcing me to dig deep for my covers overall experience. What did I want my cover to say? How did I want my cover to speak to my audience? And I believe that I had the right idea, but when I wrote my book and published it, I'm putting out, oh, this would be nice, this would be cute, this would be great, but is it fitting for what I'm trying to execute in the end? And so changing the cover, it really speaks to what the book is about. I think a lot of people, it's done pretty well. Don't get me wrong, with the marketing that I've done. I have not done all that I should have done. However, I think a lot of people shied away from it because of the title and because of the cover. So a lot of people don't have the fortunate experience of having a father figure in their life. Some of us do, and that is a blessing. However, many of African American women, Black women, however you choose to connect, don't. And so when I have a cover out like, oh, Daddy's Girl, a true Love Jones story, they didn't really pay attention that my last name is Jones. That's my connect. I am a Love Jones because that's my last name. And they, I believe, thought in that pot of execution with the title and the cover, oh, she's got a great story. I don't want to hear that. My dad wasn't in my life. I don't want to hear about all that. So if they didn't give it a moment or actually read it, because everyone who actually read it was like, oh my gosh, like I had no idea.
And that's what happened. That's the quintessential.
Yep.
Never judge a book by its cover, but the reality is that we are all very visual, and that is the society that we're in. And so I'm sure the content is still just as great as it was the first time with a few tweaks, and now it will open itself to a broader thing, and that's what a publisher can
absolutely
do.
Absolutely.
When them on. Latosha, how did your connection with She Publishing and Miss CEO Shenitha come about?
Sure. And so again, as she stated, we met through a friend. I think I was on BIN, Black Information Network, and I was doing some collaboration and networking on there. And this individual, Miss Cynthia Keith, she popped in, and she has a non-for-profit, domestic violence non-for-profit as well. And so we began speaking and found that we live close to each other. And she said, well, girl, you ought to write a book. And I said, well, it's done. I just need to find someone to publish it. And she blessed me with this beautiful soul. And I want to say that I am so, as I stated earlier, I'm so glad that our paths crossed. When I say she's a bad mamma jamma, she's a bad mamma jamma. And so not only inside and out, she is prompt. She's at every event. You invite Shenitha, she's there. And so my thing is, and I tell this to my DJ for Patricia's Place, my photographer, and my boy, we're lifers, and so you're not going anywhere. And so what I truly loved and was so blessed by She Publishing LLC and Shenitha is, we got this book out there in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Two
Wow. So
weeks.
not only was it an expedited situation, it was also, it was done with, like what Shartia said, with very keen detail into who you are, what you want, how do you want to see it,
That's it.
who's supposed to come back to it. And that is a lot of juggling. Can you tell you she's a mama of like 4 or 5 baby girls and like a whole lot of people.
And that was a connection there too, Bertina. I have 6 daughters.
That's
And
right.
she go, wow. No, when I told her, she wasn't surprised. And I'm saying to myself, she ain't saying nothing. And she go, well, I got 5 girls. I said, oh, that's why. And so the funny thing is, I love how she read my book back to me. She was so quick, and I was like, wow, these are my words. And it was really, really hard for me because I had to regurgitate the abuse. And so she made me feel so comfortable, and she's with such grace and poise. And I just love her to death.
If you never work with a publisher, there's a time when you literally have to go through word by word, line by line, page by page of the book. So whatever you poured into it, like Latosha said, now you got to go back through it. I'm sure, right, Shartia? You probably had some tears.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
crying.
Yeah.
And was like, oh my God. Like, did I want
But she made it so comfortable. She made it so comfortable. I was no longer afraid because it took me 2016, so 6 years. 6 years to literally, because I was like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to again regurgitate what my abuse looked like, what I felt like. She was smooth with it. I said, go ahead, sister. That was ready to start off.
Thank you, and Latosha. Now, Miss Lesa, the ghostwriter of all. So, like, those of you who might be watching, if you feel like I don't know how to start doing a book, what to do, how to write it, Lesa Butler is the one you can turn to, and she will definitely help you with that. And she's just got the most patient spirit of all, right? So, Miss Lesa, your relationship and connection, I think I was around when you first got introduced to Shenitha. Let us know how to come across meeting our CEO.
So it was, this is very interesting story, because when I tell it, it'll sound like, oh, what a coincidence. But I don't believe in coincidence.
No.
I don't believe in happenstance. Everything happens as it is destined to happen, right? And so I'll tell you, somewhere around, I believe it was October of 2021. I was working on a project, but I was still teaching at the time. So my career path for a long time has been an educator. I was still in the classroom at that time, and it's so cool when I think about it now. So Joyce Dawkins, right, and everybody knows Joyce Dawkins. She is truly amazing. I was part of the I Am She group on Facebook, and there was, I guess she did like a contest or a giveaway or something like that, because She Publishing was hosting a conference, the first conference, her very first conference. And I saw a notification that I won tickets to this conference. And I'm like, ooh. I was very excited. I have no problems going anywhere by myself at all. So I didn't even worry about having someone to go with me. I said, I really want to go, because if Joyce co-signs on this, then, this must be something, right? So the funny part was I had to have emergency oral surgery the day before the event. And I was like, oh my God. So I started not to go because I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain. But my mother always said that if it seems as if there are roadblocks, challenges, and obstacles that are keeping you from going to an event, that's when you're supposed to go, because your blessing is on the other side. And it happens every time. every single time. So when I had to have that emergency oral surgery and I'm going with my face swollen on this side or what have you, I went anyway. I got up, even up until an hour before it was time to go. I was still not going to go because it hurt so much. But I said, all right, mama, I'm going because there's a blessing on the other side of this. I know it.
And
So
there you were.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
there
so
you
I
were with that opportunity. You are so right, though,
Wow.
Lisa, when you say that, or with your mother saying that, is that all those obstacles usually mean something is on the other side. It's like, just get there.
Yep.
I tell the story once, we were all about the same age, so we know the story of the little engine that could. I thought I could. I thought I can. I can't first. And then it was like, I think I can. I think I can.
Mhm.
And then it's I thought I could on the other side. So,
Yep.
you know, we talking about being a part of the family and everyone knowing everybody. I got my connection from my connection with Lisa, and I was going to interview about 3 or 4 publishers, but I started with Shenitha, and then it was like, I don't know what those other people are gonna be like, but I'm sold right here, right now. And Shartia mentioned her being a super diva. I was like, but I think I out diva everybody with my particulars. And I was just like, she actually is like okay with that. I used to be like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She's like, stop apologizing. This what you want? This is what we doing. I said, well, I like you. Please don't
She
leave
was
me.
getting soft on me, y'all. She was getting soft for a minute. I'm like, hold up. Now you know you don't like that. Now come on now. Put that power in all caps.
Listen, I have so many comments, text messages, and pictures that start with your publisher and that box is everything, Bertina. This is what they were telling me. I said, you don't even know what we went through with that box. But I surely appreciate her. Miss Shenitha, are you ready to give away another prize at this
I was
time?
just about to say that.
Listen,
Yeah.
I do this, honey.
We got that connection, y'all. This collaborating and connecting. So
Yes.
Lisa was talking about the conference. And so the person who I want to give away a ticket.
Yay.
I want to give away a ticket to someone who puts ticket in the chat. Now,
Ticket
although
in
I
the
may
chat.
not be, I may not be able to see it now, but I will see it. And I
Okay.
will reach out to you when I see it. So if you put ticket in the chat,
They will
you
receive a
gonna get a
ticket to
ticket.
come
The
to
first,
what? Where are they coming, Miss
oh
Shenitha?
my God, you know what? What a grand question.
You gonna get a ticket. Is this a bus ticket?
Yes, it's a ticket to attend our 2022 SHE conference and networking convention. It will be in Orland Park, Illinois. So look, we're gonna have people flying in.
Yes, yes.
This is the flyer that's kind of plastered in between all of us, but it will be in Orland Park. If you go to our website, you'll see some of the details. We will have a 3-course meal this year, and we are going to have what we always have: the battle of the DJ and the band. And then we will absolutely have awards, and we will be recognizing a lot of the authors on our roster, because we have authors not only from Indiana, but from Illinois, from Virginia, from Texas, and also from Florida.
All right. So you
So,
win. Not only did you start a business in the state of Indiana, but you are now in multiple states as far as your representation of other authors. Kudos to you, Shenitha. And oh my God, this is just a super happy birthday. And I want to point out all these women of melanin color who actually love and like each other,
That's
who
right.
actually share and
yes.
collaborate with one another.
That's right.
So, we always saying what somebody is not doing, but then we don't highlight and identify when we do it. And this is definitely one of those. She is a center rock amongst all of us. And then I found out that I was sort of a center rock amongst everybody too. So
Yes.
I just wanted us to do that before we, Shenitha, I don't know how much longer you want to go. I know we're already at the 8:30 mark, but I
Yeah.
definitely did not want anybody to get off this screen without sharing. How can somebody follow you? Get to you, buy the book, if the book is in pre-sales or, you know, just a website, your social media, whatever you want to share right now, if we can start that. Latosha, I'm going to ask you to go first and let everybody know specifically about your book, but then a little bit about Patricia's Place too, please.
Absolutely. Thank
Yes.
you. I appreciate that. So, what I didn't, well, I was going to wait until it was my turn, but so with Unveil, Unveil has 3 covers, and actually Unveil won an award at the event that we had October 23rd of 2021. Same content, but 3 different covers. And the reason being is domestic violence is what you call the silent killer. And my goal is to get this book into our elementary schools as well as our high schools. So I had to make it diverse. I had to make it friendly, cover friendly. And then for those who just undecided, because this is also good for the LGBT community as well, I had to make it where everyone would feel comfortable. So it's a great book. She Publishing LLC, of course, has it. Amazon has it. Barnes and Noble has it. My family. I even saw it on eBay, and you can get it off Target and as well as Walmart. I personally suggest you get it from She Publishing LLC. It comes in this beautiful packaging. It is so beautiful, and I really love me some rose gold. And you're going to get a free gift in addition to the book. It is so beautiful, and the cover. When you get the She edition, the cover, oh my God, you want to sleep with it. Okay, and so yes, I am the founder and executive director of Patricia's Place Domestic. We are a 501c3 community-based organization where we assist women, children, our LGBTQ community with domestic violence issues, emergency shelter, food, clothing, and legal services. I have the greatest board, and I put them on blast every time. I got the greatest board members. They love me. They respect me. During the day, I am a state of Illinois child protection investigator. And so, yes, my time is very limited. But if I go to my secretary, any of my community liaisons, including my attorney, Patricia's Place attorney, they Johnny on the spot.
Where was Patricia's Place, Latosha? I heard you mention it, but just like where would people go? So if they need to know if they need to be nearby to physically get there, if they can't make a phone call or something, where?
So we are in the south suburban area of Chicago. Of course, the address would not be. Address is disclosed, but you can. I have
no. You're right, but okay, you're south side of Chicago because we are
south
from
suburbs.
Indiana too. Okay,
and so please look me up on patriciasplace.org. You'll learn a little bit more about me, my organization, our board, the reason why I started this. Quick synopsis, a quick bio of how I was able to survive and in domestic violence in my life. And so I look forward to hearing from you all. We have phenomenal staff members, volunteers, and then also we have what you call our STAR program. And our STAR program is for individuals who not necessarily need shelter. They just need domestic violence mentoring and life coaching. And so we have staff, including myself, who does domestic violence mentoring and life coaching. And STAR stands for Surviving Traumatic Abusive Relationships. So please reach out to me under our contact page, patriciasplace.org. And I look forward to hearing from anyone that is having some difficulty with domestic violence or relationships and things of that nature. We have to end domestic violence. Our logo is join the fight, save a life, and help bring an end to domestic violence abuse.
Thank you, Latosha. And Latosha, just because I know it, Domestic Violence Month is what month?
Domestic Violence Month is in October, but I am working with legislation. We need to move it out of October. It's actually shared with the breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is 2 great causes, but it's domestic violence. Our purple ribbon and color is often overlooked. And so domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, all that ties into where our Black and brown women are at. And so I'm working with legislation to try to move it to its own month, more than likely September.
Great. Thank you for that. Miss Love Jones.
Hey, y'all.
Would you share, please, how people can subscribe, like, and follow you everywhere? I think amongst all of us next to Shenitha, this is the queen of the social media right here. She knows how to do everything. In fact, I think I learned a little bit of my Snapchat life from her.
Yes, absolutely. During our road trip.
Yeah, we went on a road trip and I learned how to Snapchat.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. So on Facebook, I'm Shartia Jones, just SHAR is in Robert, T is in Tom, IA Jones. And so that's Facebook. I also have a page, The Love More Experience. The Love More Experience is my talk show that's on YouTube. I'm on a hiatus now, but there are 16 wonderful episodes for you to check out if you haven't checked out season 1 or season 2. And my hiatus is going to be for just a little bit longer because I need to make it to June 17th, y'all. June 17th. Baby, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm off for 6 or 7. Come on, come on,
Yeah.
come on. Won't he do it? So, like, share, subscribe. I would love that. My social media page for IG is Shartia. Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And my social media for IG is Shartia Love Jones
Okay.
underscore Miss Divine because I went by Shartia Divine for a very long time. So I'm in a process of rebranding, and I love the fact that She Publishing is helping me with that as well. I'm really grateful for Miss Cynthia Keith, as she was mentioned before too. And so in that rebranding, my website is in the making because I'm about to drop this trilogy that
Woof
we're
woof.
kind of keeping hush hush, but I had to talk about it a little bit, but everything is going to definitely be coming out. And I just thank you so much, Queen, for your patience and for working with me and for, constantly pushing me in moments of transition, when life happens. And that's just one of the last things that I definitely want to share before, moving off of here is that the women of She Publishing don't just want to publish your book. They want to understand you in your life. Like they want to understand what's happening and they're actually there. They actually care. And I've been on the phone with her before in tears and in moments of joy and in moments of solitude. And whatever you need, she meets the whole person, her and her mother.
Yeah.
They meet the whole person. They meet you exactly where you are and ask you where you want to be, and they push you to get you there and hold you accountable. And when I say they work with you on so many levels, I mean so many levels. Heart, mind, body, soul, family goals, they want to know it all. So I just really appreciate you, Queen. Birthday Queen, it's your birthday.
Yes. Birthday.
Just giving you so many accolades because sometimes we don't really know what our efforts do and what they mean in someone's life. And I don't always get an opportunity, or I don't take the opportunities I should take all the time to edify and give people their flowers while they're here. And so I just want to say, Queen, you deserve it. You deserve the flowers. And thank you so much for giving others their flowers, not only their flowers full bloom, but helping them in the seeding process.
Listen, she gives you the
Like,
seeds, the water,
you
the
are
flock,
amazing.
everything, right?
Yes, you are amazing.
The
And I'm
ribbon,
so grateful.
everything.
I'm
Thank you,
so grateful.
Shantia. So,
Yes.
it's just on Facebook and Instagram right now, right? That's where you are.
Yes, Facebook and Instagram. I have yes, because just follow She Publishing. Y'all gonna be following She Publishing,
Yes,
so you're
yes.
gonna get
You and
sick of
She
me.
Publishing, you can get to
Yeah,
everybody.
oh, you're gonna get sick of me. Just
Right.
get June 18th. I'm off.
Okay.
Okay.
We check back with you in a couple of weeks.
Yes,
Lisa,
ma'am.
Yes,
she probably
ma'am.
in the same boat.
Oh,
Check
and the
back with her in
YouTube.
a couple of weeks.
And my
Okay.
YouTube channel. My YouTube channel.
Okay,
The
there
Love
you
More
go.
Experience. That's my umbrella company.
Okay.
Yep.
That's TLME Inc. I see on your
Yeah,
screen
the
there.
Love
That's
More
the Love More
Experience.
Experience. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Lisa
Yes,
Butler,
ma'am. Yes,
Divine
ma'am.
Imaging, right? Or
Yes.
yes,
Yep. Divine reimaging.
Reimaging LLC. So tell us, how can someone get to you, connect with you, get your books? What's going on? How do they connect with you?
Okay. So first, I do want to say before I give that information that I have to echo what everyone's saying about Shenitha. Shenitha, listen, thank you publicly, publicly. Thank you. When I came to her, I was in a place, man. I was in a place,
Mm.
and just like with Bertina, care and patience is what I needed at that time. I needed someone to pour into me,
Mm-hmm.
and she did that. There were times when, you know, I lost my memory. I didn't know what was going on. And she just, man, so thank you. Thank you so much for making me ask myself, wait, is this my publisher or my sister, my cousin, my friend? Who is she? Because you were all of that, all of it.
Oh.
So publicly, thank you. Okay, so now I am also in the midst of branding myself. I just left the classroom. Thank you. I just left the classroom um, full time in December
Yes.
to pursue my dream of being an author and being a ghostwriter and speaker full time. This is actually Phoenix Transforming is actually my third book. However, it's the first book that was published with Shenitha, and it has been a, no pun intended, divine experience. So I can, right now, I'm just on Instagram for the business for Divine Reimaging. And you can, just as you see it written there, Divine Reimaging, you can find me there. And also on the She Publishing page for right now, because we are building.
All right. Well, I love it. And we look forward to Phoenix repositioning coming in, or transformation. What is it?
Phoenix Transforming.
Transforming. Yeah, put the two together. All right. Phoenix Transforming is coming very soon.
Mhm.
So it's probably my time, right?
It's your turn.
Your
I was
turn.
like, wait a minute, I need to say something. So I am the new baby author here with The Power of You. And like Latosha, I believe that my book, one, crosses social economics, age, gender. I had an 18-year-old African-American male reading the book, right? Now, if you can get them to read a book and enjoy it and feel like you're speaking to them, I feel like the LGBTQ community as well is spoken to in here simply by the title, The Power of You, and how no one is you and that's your power. So it allows you with the tools to tap into your best self. What is already there is probably hidden because we think some of the difficulties, as I said earlier, come to us and we think that they are here to destroy us. But they, like this tooth that Lesa had, it was here to destroy us, but it's not. It's really here to help you find your hidden potential and your power. And I have everything housed at bertinapower.com. So you can go there where you can see Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube and Twitter as well, all bertinapower.com. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So the book was not even out. I had the lovely cover, thanks to Shenitha and her team, to put up on the screen for pre-sale when I spoke in Las Vegas for my real estate. That is my career path. I love that. I'm going to be able to say that that's my career path. But then as an entrepreneur and an author, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've been doing this so long now. But bertinapower.com is where you can go. I've been doing book signings on tour. I'm Chicago, but I am heading to Arizona, Memphis, and Atlanta real soon. So look forward to seeing you in one of those locations. And I think I shared with Shenitha just this week, I was asked to come and speak in Africa. So, oh my gosh. And I could not. I could not have done anything like this without a couple of.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Oh, I hadn't gotten to it yet.
Oh, you done just for real.
Yes. So yes, it was at this last book signing. A friend of mine came and asked me. He was like, "I'm buying a couple of books, and I want you to send those to. I want to send those to Africa." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And he was like, "And would you consider coming and speaking in Africa?" And I was like, "You gonna make me cry?" I was like, I cannot even right now. So yeah,
Absolutely.
so but without the book, I wouldn't have gotten here. So thank you, Lesa. Thank you, Shenitha. Thank you, everybody. And Shartia, she doesn't know it, which is like what the power of presence is all about, and that is that she wrote the book. She had given me a book, and so this book thing was falling all around me, like Latosha telling me to write a story about my life and what had happened to me, and whether or not other people would find some solace in that, some motivation, some inspiration in it. So they can go to BertinaPower.com. No S. That's how you find me.
All right. Well, you know what? This has been great. I truly apologize for the beginning and just all of the shifting. But you know what? We made it happen. We make it do what it do. I will be posting this on our YouTube channel, as well as our Instagram as well. So more viewers will have an opportunity to see the amazing women that we have here on our roster. And for me, all of the women on this show, I'm telling you, I feel like it's like $1 billion on this show with the women that are on this show and all of their qualities and their strengths. I learned so much from all of these beautiful ladies on this show. I have a special connection with each and every one of these ladies. Like, they mean the world to me. When I don't like, because there are times where I talk to you guys and I talk to you for long periods of time. And then when we're done with the project, sometimes I may feel an emptiness because I haven't spoken to you. And it's just real. And I'm like, Dad, well, what can I say? Or I'm thinking of things to text or thinking of things to do. Ms. Bertina, she got so much going on. I think I talk to her like every single day. So when I don't talk to her, it'd be like, what's going on? And Lesa and Shartia, I mean, seriously, these women are entrepreneurs. They are absolutely beautiful. And I love that they decided to choose She Publishing LLC. So with that said, I'm going to say thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, okay.
Right. I'm on the same thing.
I don't even sing, okay? But we have to like really give like a super happy birthday.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Shartia,
Yes.
don't you sing? Well, we get to Stevie Wonder version, right?
You say, do I sing? Oh, baby, I dance. I can dance up and sing. All right, but you know, I will try to sing for her. Like, we can do it.
Just that one little thing where we can just say, "Happy birthday to you."
Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yeah, baby. Congratulations. I love this. This is so much fun. I mean, we can totally like do this without being on Facebook Live. Like once a week.
Oh, we definitely could.
I know. Where we going? Where we gonna be? Wait, I think Latosha having something.
Right?
You already know, girl.
Latosha.
Tequila
Good
and
to see
tacos.
you again, honey. How you doing?
Yeah, wait.
I'm girl. When I saw you, I was like, Hunty, that right there. She is the best. She was up there. She's the best MC. It was so funny. I went to
yes.
Cynthia's her event that she had, and when I tell you, she was so
Yes.
funny, and she was shy too. Yeah, I was like, I need that gown you got on.
Thank you, baby. I got it for you too.
Baby, let me get that. Maybe
Yeah.
but let me
Thank you for that.
That's true.
Yeah,
July.
wait,
Thank
y'all.
you.
I just gotta say this. I just gotta say that you guys can be some bad role models at times, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah. Because one of my kids, I don't know who gonna see this live.
Okay, I was like, I didn't do it.
I didn't
Oh,
either.
Latasha did it. Latosha did it. You know what? I'm gonna leave that for next time. I'm gonna leave that one for next time. So y'all know what?
That's gonna be time.
Thank y'all.
Don't start nothing now. Don't start no talk show.
Okay, well, wait a minute, Miss Shenitha. Are you gonna give away one more gift? Are you gonna give
3
away
is
another
a great
raffle?
number.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? As a matter of fact, I would like to give away a book from each one of you, actually. So, Phoenix Transforming, we will be giving away. And so that will go to the person who answers this question first. And we ain't going to do it. Look, we are totally out of time, okay? Totally out of time. But
you got like less than 6 minutes for an hour from when you started. So you're good.
Okay. So, what is your take on perception of others regarding your success? Now that's a pretty deep question. No, that question was for y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make this question easy for them. Somebody got any ideas?
Well, somebody who can list all the titles of everybody's first book.
That's a good one, I think. That's a good one. Now we have 4 authors on here.
4 authors, 4 books. What are the 4 books that we have discussed as primary books? Even though some have 2 or 3 that are coming, they've all mentioned the primary book. So what is that? All 4.
Yes.
You don't have to go all the subtitles for those of us
in the chat.
Yeah, right.
And you will receive Phoenix Transforming. As a matter of fact,
now they only have 3. She just told you about one.
Oh my God. My God.
Look at you giving one away.
I know, right? Like giving away an answer.
That's the free space. That's the free space.
Yeah, that's the free space.
They only have 3 more to give out. Yeah.
I love that title too, by the way, Miss Lesa.
Thank you, love.
Yes, I love that title.
So much.
Yeah, so more than one person may put that in.
And then I got the last one. Here's the last one that they can.
Okay.
Or one more. Where is She Publishing's headquarters?
Oh, that's a good one.
Donde está?
That's a real one. That's a,
okay.
Okay.
Donde está? Just in case y'all wanted to,
Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo está usted y tú? Sí, señorita, sí.
Publishing.
Where is
Feliz cumpleaños, señorita. That's happy birthday in Spanish. Feliz cumpleaños.
Okay. And then the last question, which will get you which book? Oh, somebody's book.
It will get you Shartia's book when it launches.
Great. Love Jones. Our CEO has mentioned one person. Now you can go by her government name or you can go by the name she is called. But there's one person that's been right there by her side this entire time. We have talked about her. She has talked about her fam, her love. Who is that?
That's a good one.
As soon as she published the business, got the business established. Who was that person? Because see, we all nodding because we've all met her. We love her. She is established.
She loves y'all.
She does.
So who is that? I feel like it was her business. It's her publishing company. So who is the co-owner of CEO Publishing?
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, that means you're giving away a book to everybody or giving away everybody's book. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have a lot of things on the horizon. Miss Shenitha, is there anything else? I know when we were talking about the people who have books and coming over, or even those of us, as you have said, you are growing us right now, but one day we might have to leave the nest. Does being an author connected with She Publishing, meaning I am forever, and all my books are connected to you, or, if, the obligation was necessary to leave for some reason, it has nothing to do with you, but you never know if there was.
Absolutely.
Is that
Absolutely. We don't hold anybody hostage,
Okay.
We want to, if we're going to collaborate, we're going to collaborate. And you may want to do a book on your own. You just might want to do it. And as a matter of fact, I have had authors who have wanted to publish their own books, and now they're sister publishing companies. So we have 3 sister publishing companies. And so as long as you've published a book with me, I will train you and share with you at all of the ropes of having a publishing company. So the 3 publishing companies, the names, our names have to collaborate because that's what we do. The first publishing company birthed by my best friend is Riff Publishing. So we are the new sheriffs in town.
Ooh, I like
that. The second publishing and that company is based in Illinois. The second publishing company is actually based in Texas, Houston, Texas. And her publishing company is Sassy Publishing. So she's sassy, and I tell you, she is sassy. And the third publishing company is based in Florida, and that is Golden Publishing, and so she golden.
She golden. I
That's
love
cool.
it.
She
You know what?
golden.
I don't know about
Living her
anybody
life
else.
like.
I know, right? I don't know about anybody else, but I've been going out doing book signings, and a lot of people have been coming up to me. And so you've got different levels. You got people who have never written a book and don't even know where to start. Can they still come and engage with you, Shenitha, in the publishing business?
Absolutely. We encourage that. We encourage them to come before because, me and Lesa, we just had this conversation with another aspiring author. And sometimes in the writing game, in your writing journey, you may get discouraged.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you that book cover is going to light a match under you
Baby.
when you see what our
fact.
graphic designer can do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our graphic designer is
sometimes
phenomenal.
just an idea is enough then. With you, an idea or thought or story is enough. I can come to you, have a conversation, and figure out and see how this process works and how I can begin to go from idea in head to an outline to a cover to a box
Absolutely.
to everything and go from there.
Absolutely. And we are actually collaborating with Lesa Butler, who will be helping some of those authors develop their stories.
Gotcha.
Love
She
it.
is phenomenal. All these women are phenomenal. And Ms. Shenitha, I'll let you have the last word, and I will be quiet as your co-host. It is your birthday. I'm sure there's some partying somewhere waiting for you to get off the call and get going.
Yes. Well,
and
again,
I'll let you have the last word and say goodbye to our audience and to your authors, and let us know when you doing this. What, once a week? Is that what's happening?
Oh no, we will be doing we will probably be doing 4 or 5 series of this. Next week, May 31st, we will have the leading men who will be collaborating with SHE Publishing LLC. That you definitely don't want to miss at all. And hopefully we won't have too many glitches. I want to make sure people see this show and that show. One last thing, thank you, ladies, for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here with us on the ShePub Network. And if you want to reach out to the ShePub, to SHE Publishing LLC, our website is www.shepublishingllc.com, or give us a call at 219-515-8032. Again, that's 219-515-8032.
And
All right.
just be sure to let everybody know, if you will, please, that there's children, women authors, men authors, that you don't really have a one specific type of genre. It could be fiction, nonfiction, right? Like anything, right?
Absolutely.
I just want to make
thank
sure
you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Thank you. Look, to my marketers, y'all. In-house marketing.
I just wanted to add really quickly before we get off to the audience. I know that fear keeps a lot of people from becoming authors. We sometimes think that we have to be famous. We have to have degrees, or we have to have all this. But anyone can be an author. It's your voice, your story. And I promise you that if you come to SHE Publishing, all of your fears will be alleviated. Shenitha is one. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Yes. That's the 3 C's of life: choice, chance, change. You got to make the choice.
Love it.
Take the chance if you want anything in life to change. That's for sure.
And with that said, thank you. And we out tenfold.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.